Yo, what's up guys? So in today's video, I'm going to teach you a way in which you can locate a card under the most impossible circumstances. The person freely chooses a card, shuffles it back into the deck, and you're able to just find it in less than a second. Let's get into it. Alright, so for this effect, the participant can take the deck and give it a good shuffle, and then when you take it back, you say, look, as I run through cards like this, just say stop anytime you'd like, and maybe they say stop right here is fine. Now, you give them cards they stopped on, and you turn your head, and you ask them to look at the card they stopped on right here. So they do that, and then they put the card back somewhere in the middle of the deck here, give it a good shuffle, just their card is really lost back somewhere in the deck, just like this, and they can even put it back in the middle here, just so that nobody could know now. Alright, so now look, you take the deck and you say, look, is the top card your card? They say no, obviously. So watch, we'll take the 6 of diamonds and use it to find your card, alright? So what I'll do is I'll toss this 6 somewhere in the middle of the deck, maybe right there, and I think, you know what? I think I nailed it. I think I tossed that 6 right next to our particular card. The 6 wasn't your card? No, of course. I think I got pretty close to it right there. For the first time, what was your card? They say the 3 of spades, and you've nailed it. Alright, so this utilizes my favorite thing in this planet, next to my sun, of course. And what you do is you pencil dot this card in both ways. So you can see here, I've got a little pencil dot there, in the corners, both corners there. And then I've also got a edge mark, so we'll take the edge of the graphite there on a pencil and just use it to rub a little portion on the edge of the card, just like this, on both sides, just like this. So now you can not only see 2 dots in the corners, but you can also see where it is in the deck, utilizing that, edge mark. So, this can be really anywhere in the deck, and you have the person shuffle the cards up, and when you take it back, you want to position that marked card towards the top of the deck, alright? So, maybe with a cut or something like that, you can get it close to the top of the deck. And you can tell that by the edge mark, of course, okay? So now you will basically force this card using the Hofzinser spread cold force, right? And that's very simple due to the fact that you have your pencil dot there, all right? So when you start spreading through, since it's close to the top, you can just spread through and just call that, in this case, it's right here under the spread, all right? So as I do this, just say stop anytime, and then just call that underneath the spread like this. Boom, just pull that out like this, so it's already under the spread. They say stop anytime. And this is the cool part about this force. This is a nice little touch on this Hofzinser force. So when they say stop, you stop there legitimately, but you don't do this like you see a lot of people do. In fact, what you do instead is just give them the spread of cards, and their hand, when you hand them the cards, will square it for you. So this is what it would look like. So that's towards the top somewhere. Do me a favor, as I spread cards, just say stop anytime. I've called it under, and when they say stop, you just do this, put these cards down on the table like this, ask them to hold their hand out, and when they do, just put in their hands like this, and their hand will naturally square those cards up, thus giving you that card on the bottom of the packet like this when they take the cards. So now when you ask them to look at that bottom card, the card they stopped on, it'll be that card. Alright, so at this point, your back is still turned, alright? Or you give them the cards and turn your back so you can't see the card they stopped on. And after they've noted it, ask them to take it out and put it in the middle of the deck somewhere and give it a good shuffle. Alright, so now at this point, if a magician is watching, they'll be fooled as well, right? So how could you keep track of it now? Because key card is lost at this point, right? Or whatever. Now you'll burn them even further by asking them to put this whole thing in the middle of here. So do me a favor, lift up half of those cards on the table and put the cards you're holding in the middle of the middle, right? So they do that. Of course, it doesn't matter because, look, you can still gauge it because of that edge mark. So now what you do when you take the deck back, you say, look, there's a top card, your card. They say no, obviously. So now what you do is you say, look, I'll try to find your card using this card here. All right, so what you do is you start dribbling the cards like this. And what you'll do is you'll just toss this card above where that edge mark is, all right? It doesn't have to be exact because you'll do a sort of a bluff here in a minute, right? So as close as you can get it above that edge mark is fine. All right, so just practice getting as close as you can above that edge mark. All right, like I said, it doesn't have to be exact because you'll do sort of a bluff here in a moment. All right, so you square up the cards, say, ooh, yeah, I've nailed it. So you spread through and you outjog that card, and you keep spreading and look at where that pencil card is. All right, that pencil dotted card, in this case, it's right here. And it's one card away, but let's pretend that in this case it wasn't just one card away, so you can know what to do. All right, so start spreading through. So, I think I've nailed it. Yeah, that wasn't your card, was it? They say no. Keep spreading and locate the pencil dotted card. In this case, it's right here. And then as you close up, keep a break above that pencil dotted card. Now, what you'll do is pretend to take these cards away, giving the illusion that this card is on top of that card. And this is what you do. And you keep it. You're holding a break like this. The card is outjogged. Kick that over, and what you do is you keep your thumb on top of this card, and as you slide it out, it's actually coming out of this middle over here. But it looks like what you're doing, right? It just looks like the card is there, but really you've just taken it out of the middle over here like this. But at full speed, again, it's just like boom, you've done that. But it looks like you're just doing this, right? Just taking these cards off is what you're simulating. All right, so once again, you've tossed that face-up card somewhere above that edge-marked card. Say, oh yeah, I've nailed it. Spread through. Outjog that card, keep spreading until you can see that pencil dotted card. Close up, keep a break above it, and then now just kick that over as you hold your thumb down on here and take these cards away. That comes out of that middle there like this, but the illusion is that as you're just taking these top cards off like this. Now immediately take this card off, put it face down over there, push this card on the table there, boom, 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 and of course that's their card. You've nailed it. Alright guys, so as always, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to watch this video. It truly does mean the world to me. And so if you learned something new, if you got value from the video, do me a huge favor and hit that like button and sub to the channel. Until next time, happy practicing. I love you guys.